All right. So the next thing we want to do now is this section. As we can see, just like I said earlier, that everything about web, the front end design is actually about boxes. We can see that these logos are inside different boxes and they are all wrapped by another box. Now we can see here that there's a container, and here is a card, here is and and a card, and so on. So, but the way we are going to achieve this in Bubble is let us download the resource, the logo. So I'm going to export. I'm going to export this logo. I mean all the logos. After downloading, I'm going to go back to my bubble design here. So as you can see, just like I said earlier, we need to create the first group that is going to contain all of the logos. So let's do that quickly, very quickly. So let's go to our UI builder and click on group. So we are going to create a group right under our hero section. So all right, so let us name this group logos. So this is a group that contains our logo, and we can see that they are arranged horizontally. So we are going to select the layout for this group. It is fixed by default, but we are going to change it to row because we want to align our logos horizontally. And for now, let's leave this container alignment, and let us not make this fixed width, or let's leave this for now. Okay, now let's add our image, the image. All right, so I'm going to be adding them in no particular order. So I've downloaded them. All right, I have this first. All right, so let me look at the size of the logo here. The width is 30, the width is 219 and the height is 94. So I'm going to go to the layout, not fixed width, 219, max width 94, and I'll keep the element aspect ratio fixed. All right, I think there's a mistake somewhere because the logo is looking very big. All right, so okay, 68 by 34. Okay. I think I know what is going on. So let us just reduce this to minimum width. Just reduce it to something like 100. Yeah, and let's leave the height the way it is. And now let us copy and paste. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So let us paste 7 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So all right, so we are going to be replacing these images in no particular order. Okay, let's click on one, Spotify. All right, so that's Spotify. Let's change this to Zoom. Okay, that's Zoom. And the next one is Amazon. All right, Amazon. And the next one is Adobe. Adobe. All right, and the next one is Notion. Okay. All right, and the last but not the least, Netflix. Okay, so there we have it. Now we are going to do the alignment now. As we can see, there's actually spacing between these guys, so let's add spacing between them, gap spacing. Let's add spacing, let's say 20, and the container alignment should be center, or probably mouse. Okay, let's use space around, and the horizontal alignment should be center as well. All right, so let us make, there's a space in this box, so we want to take this space out. So the way we can take this space out is to fit is to make the minimum height 0. So we make the minimum height 0 for this group. It's going to wrap around. All right, so just like that. Okay, so there we have it. And the minimum width for this group should be 0, so that it is going to be responsive. And now let us look at the responsiveness. All right, so as we can see, it is responsive, and that is because we set the minimum width to 0, because that says that it can reduce the width of this group to 0. So as the screen size is reducing, the width is also reducing, so it can reduce to a very small size to 0, to the smallest, and that is what this minimum height means. And the maximum width as well is to infinity, that is, it can expand, but as you can see, it can expand. But let us make the maximum width the size of our page, so that it won't go beyond the size of our index page. So our index page is 1080, so let us make the maximum width of this as well to 1080. All right, so that it won't go beyond our page. All right, so there we have it. But as you can see, we need space between this and this. So let us we can achieve that by using margin for this group logos. Let us use top margin. So let us can use top margin to achieve this. So let us increase the top margin to like probably 100. All right, so we have our group logos, and it is also responsive across different pages. All right, so we can see here that the spacing here, so we can set a condition for this, that when the screen size is, let's set a condition now, that is when the page is, let's paste this 567 expression, so the top, let's say the top margin should be reduced. When we have these breakpoints. let's say 50. All right, I think this looks good. This looks good. All right, so there we have it. So the next thing we want to design now is this part of the page.